Okay, welcome to another edition of the Above the Bridge podcast. I'm your host, Thaddeus. We've been gone for a while. My daughter had a fall break, went to Disneyland, took a trip, and just getting back into it. We'll be dropping some new episodes soon, so stay tuned. Want to shout out our sponsors. First up, we have Defend Hawaii. If you go on their website, go to defendhawaii.com. Use promo code ATBPOD upon checkout. You receive 15% off your entire purchase order. Go see what they have. They got some new drops for fall, or go check them out at Windward Mall at the store No One. Next, we have IREP Detail Supply. Everything you need to detail your car, truck, van, any of your vehicles, waxes, polishes. They have a store in Temple Valley Shopping Center. Go check them out. irepdetailsupply.com is their website. You can use promo code ATBPOD upon checkout. You'll receive 15% off your entire purchase order. Next, we have Hawaii Candy Factory, and you've been seeing their stuff everywhere for Halloween. I took this stuff to Disneyland when we were there. They have noms. It's a bunch of lihimui gummies, belts. I like the my favorite is the peach, the lihimui peach gummies, or the lemon peel peach gummies. Go check them out, hawaiicandyfactory.com, promo code ATBPOD upon checkout, 10% off your entire purchase order. Last but not least, we have our mushroom company. They're a locally based Hawaii mushroom company, Medicinal Mushrooms Hawaii. If you go to their website, medmushroomhigh.com, use promo code ATBPOD upon checkout, you receive 45% off your entire purchase order of your first tinctures of chaga and lion's mane. If you don't know what lion's mane does, it's known to increase energy, focus, memory, improve moods. The chaga mushroom tincture is known to boost your immune system, fight inflammation, and balance your gut health. Go check them out. I've been taking this religiously for the last year or so. Go check them out again. medmushroomhigh.com, promo code ATBPOD upon checkout, all capitals. You'll receive 45% off your entire purchase order. Aloha. All right, this week I'm welcoming a guest comedian from the mainland, now living in Maui, Jose Raymond. What's up, brother?
What's up, man? Thank you for having me, man.
Thanks for coming out, bro. I know it's been a crazy year for you thus far, huh?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. But you know how we do, we get knocked down 8 times, right? We get up 9, right?
Yep, that's the resiliency, huh?
Yes, sir.
I wanted to ask you before we started, like, how did you even get to be on Maui? Because where are you originally from?
I was born in Mexico.
Okay.
And but all right, so let's pause there then. Before, tell me how you pronounce your name.
Thaddeus.
Thaddeus.
Yep. You can call me Thad though.
Thad, yeah, that's what I initially read. I'm like, but I mean, I'm a high school dropout 2 times, bro. Like, I'm just a street dude that's kind of funny, and I don't know shit about reading. So I was like, I think it's pronounced Thad, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, all right. I never heard that name before, man. So I know you heard Jose millions, not millions of times. So I Thad.
Yeah.
I was born in Mexico, and bear with me, bro. I smoke great weed. You guys have great weed here.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So,
most of it's from Cali, though.
Yeah. Oh damn. You guys have our great weed, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. As long as there's some good shit around, I'm good, man. We could swear, right? I could swear. I could just be.
Yeah, for sure. Whatever you want to do, bro.
Born in Mexico, and I used to be illegal, and it's the journey of trying to be or do better, for oneself and your family. And
yeah.
I come from really, really poor people in Mexico, man. Like, type of shit. Like, there's the walls and the ceiling don't connect. Type, you know what I mean? There's no refrigerators. If they sweeping dust type. You know, like we call it ranchos. You ever heard that before? I think it's a ranch,
Yeah, yeah,
but
yeah.
out here, like in the United States, if you have a ranch, you must be a fucking millionaire, right, or some shit,
Yo, yo.
right? Yeah, my people in Mexico, they just live where they decided to set up camp or some shit. So, um, my mom, I got a sister and a brother, and they moved us to Watts, which is a city in California next to Compton. And then my father was a crackhead because of our neighborhood. We've been through a lot of terrible shit. And he ended up dying when I was 12 or 11. And my mom remarried a dude that when he came to the United States, he came, you know, usually they come in what is the word? Is the word droves, like in groups
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
of people, right? Right. So there must be some brave motherfuckers that come by themselves, but you should probably tag team this journey. It's crazy.
Yo.
So some of his friends moved throughout the country, and one of them ended up in the Ninth Island, Vegas. Met a local chick, and he moved to Hawaii. Now let's fast forward to when he met my mom. He told him like, you know, I'm sure I don't know the story exactly. He passed away himself, and you know, he decided to move us from Watts to Maui, which is one of the tattoos I have right here. You know, I don't know. It's
Oh,
reversed on my
nice.
camera, but yeah, Watts to Maui. Because it changed my life, man. They say it really saved my life and my brother's life and my sister's life. And now our kids get to have a better
Yeah.
environment to grow up in, you know, than Watts.
How old were you when you came to Maui?
17.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was supposed to be a senior, but I already had dropped out, man. I dropped out of school, but I would still show up to the schools. That makes sense. I ain't got nothing to do. I had nothing to do. Just, I guess
Checking
I was
out
lying to
chicks.
myself. Yeah, no, man, hell no. I was just kicking it, man. Trying to. I used to be You come through crossroads, like it's time to fucking change. And
Yeah.
some people are not lucky like us to find that, you know, like when you make a pivot and like I'm stop fucking around, you know, I'm gonna dedicate myself to something. And yeah, man, I wasn't this person. I was a very troubled kid, and I learned how to change through cooking. I started cooking all over the island in
Oh,
Maui, man.
really?
I was a dishwasher because that's what happens when you drop out of high school, right? You gotta go fucking dishwash. And all the dishwashers, bro, they used to be asking me like, "How the fuck why you a dishwasher? You know, you speak English. You should be doing some other shit. You know, you can make money doing things. Especially when you speak English, it's seen as it is an asset, right?
Yeah.
Uh, and the worst thing for me was washing dishes, man. I used to fucking hate it. So
I
I was
still
like, I
hate
want to
that
be
shit.
man, bro. But yeah, but in the restaurant or the hospitality business, have you ever washed dishes in that capacity?
No.
Oh man, it makes washing dishes at home fucking a hobby. You know, it makes it like you want to do it. It was the worst, bro. So I started cooking, and cooking in itself is an art. It's a journey. You get to meet all these people, and you mentor under a lot of chefs and older men, right? And I
Yeah.
never had that as a kid, a mentor, and I
Hmm.
started, you know, seeing life different and changing. And then fast forward to from dishwashing at 17, at 21, I became an executive chef at my first kitchen,
Where at?
and it was a retirement community in Kihei, but this is a
Okay.
like fine dining retirement community. Like they charge. It's all white people. Most of them are white.
Yeah.
Yeah, that come from like the mainland and stuff. You know, ex actors and lawyers and um, so but that was from going through different chains of restaurants, man, Lahaina, and pay
Okay.
my dues, and I fell in love with it, man, so quick, but also out of it because it wasn't what I was meant to do. You feel me?
Yeah.
Until I heard a commercial um, on the radio. I don't know if you ever heard of Shaggy, comedian Shaggy. He's like a radio
Yeah, I
dude
have.
on. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
He had a contest in Mulligan's, And stop me, bro. I don't know if this was what the fuck he was asking me, but I was high. It just got into the story. This is good.
All
We're doing
good,
good.
bro.
Yeah.
Let's run it. That's yeah.
Um, and heard a commercial on the radio that was like, oh, $50 to the best comedian. And I've always been about my money, man. My oldest daughter, she's 14 now. She was, I think, about 3 when I heard that commercial, and I was just hustling, man. It was I could barely make rent as a executive chef on Maui. And I think at the time I was making like 52,000 a year, and I was 21.
Okay. That's not bad for 21.
Hey, but listen, I was telling you, my people come from where the walls ain't connected.
Yeah, yeah.
52,000, we millionaires. You feel me?
Yeah.
Bro, I was living it up, man. I was, I was doing things I never thought possible, bro. Going out. We used to think buying a Whopper when I was a kid was just like the best shit. I don't know. We were that broke, man. So I fast forward to I heard this commercial on the radio. I'm about my money. I said $50. I need that, and I won the contest.
No shit.
Yeah, and then I kept winning another contest.
This is all in Maui.
Yeah, all in Maui in Wailea at a restaurant called Mulligan's, or a bar. Mulligan's on the Blue. And it just kind of built from there. I was already having a rough time. I got married young. And, again, when you're young, you think you know what you want. And you blossom and know that, yeah, you fucked up, right?
Yep, done that.
So, got divorced, man, and
done that too.
I felt yeah. See? I'm gonna have to get drunk and exchange divorce stories. See who has the worst ones. And I moved to the mainland, man, to do this full time, to pursue it.
Wow.
Yeah.
So doing those contests in Maui, you kind of found out you had a niche. You got some action being a comedian, and you kind of went all in on it.
Yeah, because when you're good at something, you kind of tend to explore it more, right?
Yeah.
I used to fight MMA, Muay Thai, Jiu-Jitsu, all this shit, and I was getting fucked up. Hence, why I don't fight no more, right? And that's what happened, man. I started seeing that I was good at this. Is that I explain it to people the best way I can is, when I come from ganglands, you know what I mean? Like all my homeboys gangbang. The reason why these dudes go so hard on the paint is because now they're being shown love, they're being accepted, they're being taken care of. And that's what happened to me in comedy. I was, what's that word? I was excelling. I was doing pretty good. So when you do pretty good, everybody after the show, comes up to you and praises you. And other comedians have been doing it, right? They want to help you. Opposed to the contrary is when you go on stage and you suck, nobody wants to talk to you. You know what I mean? And then the people that do talk to you, they're like, "Hey, man, good job," but it's not. You didn't do a good job. You keep trying. So it built. It definitely started. It helped that I had success early.
Did you ever when I have comedians, I'll always ask this: did you when you first started, you ever went out there and just bombed?
Hell yeah, bro. People say that a lot. There's everybody tries to be like Jay-Z. I don't write my rhymes. You ever heard this before? Yeah, comedians are the same way. I've never bombed. Come on, man. There's a spectrum, right? There's a level of what we think is not bombing. Some people lie to themselves, like they were paying attention. I didn't bomb. They were paying attention. Like, bro, the gig is to make people laugh, and I definitely had it, man. Definitely, I did some kind of TV show promo for some show on Maui, and it was do you know who Jordan T is? He's a musician.
No, I don't think so.
I think his name is Jordan T. I might be fucking it up, but it was just one table, bro, at a restaurant called Three's Bar and Grill. Yeah, that's by the Triangle. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was one table of tourists, mom, dad, I think like a 9-year-old girl and two boys in their teenage years. And I remember this because it was a terrible feeling, dude. Like I thought I was Bernie Mac, right? And usually you'll see this pattern, man, on most comedians. I don't want to sit here and talk like I'm some kind of comedy savant, but I know the experience. I can tell you that when there's green comics, their material is usually pretty blue, pretty harsh. You know, we're talking about
Mm.
dick sucking and fucking bitches and stupid, right?
Yeah.
Um, and I had to. I didn't feel comfortable doing that shit in front of the kids, right? And there was just one table, so you already feel the pressure. And man, it just didn't go well. I don't even remember the material I did. I just know it was silence, bro. All you could hear was them
Crickets.
eating. Yeah,
Oh
yeah.
no.
Pass the ranch. You know, up there, I was up there for like 10 minutes, bro. That shit was the worst. It feels like years. It's torture.
So if you did you ever bomb in like a big club or like a comedy show like where there's like choke people in the audience?
Nah, that's that one. Nah, you know why? I think it's because I attribute it to starting off in Maui.
Hmm.
A lot of the shows on the islands, especially if you're for comedians, if you're not a name, right?
Yeah.
Ain't nobody coming out to see you, bro.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
so you build this callous, you build this strength, this
Mm.
character, and then I used to make like 3 people laugh, 5 people laugh in one big ass room. So when I did Augie T's room, it was like 180, 200 people. Oh, it's easy work. That's the easiest thing. So you're kind of being spoiled, you know. And
Yeah.
I've seen it happen a lot where comedians do bomb, and I'm thankful right now. I haven't yet, bro. So let's not jinx it.
Yep,
In a
knock
full
on wood,
room,
bruh.
yeah, yeah, knock on bro. Yeah, man. But I feel like Mike Tyson in his prime, man.
Nice.
Any room I get up on, I'm gonna. It's already. I'm proven funny, and I don't mean to, like brag, but it's kind of like Max Holloway, bro. He knows that he can fuck up most of the motherfuckers that are gonna get in there, right?
Yeah.
You gotta have that confidence, man. As an entertainer,
Oh yeah.
right now any room I've done. I did I did a graduation for a Hawaiian chick in Vegas from a homie, uh, a couple that I met through a show in Vegas, and I was feeling the pressure, man, because it was all local people, bro, like Samoans, Hawaiians, Filipinos, right, and there's still some what is it? It's not like language, but culture barrier that
Yeah.
sometimes that you're just in your head thinking like, oh damn. So it was pressure, but we killed that shit. We killed it, man.
Nice.
So yeah, you just adjust. I mean, you might get fucked up in the first round, but then you kind of start figuring them out, right? It's just the
Yeah.
same thing, but
So you write obviously you write your own material, but do you actually sit down and pen it out or you kind of make it up in your head and then try out a bit while you're on tour or when you're doing these shows or you kind of refine what you wrote down?
yeah, I say all of those things.
Oh, okay.
Um, I from the fireman I lost about 10 journals that I've
Oh shit.
had since I started doing comedy. Um, and then it's not always the most efficient way to do it. Sometimes I'm in the airplane or I'm at the fucking TSA line and you think of something funny, you gotta write that shit down. I always write shit down, even if it's like a bullet point or a
Hmm.
sentence. If I'm speaking with you and having a conversation, I might say some shit and you laugh. That's money right there. Grab that,
Yep.
right? That's a reaction. You just got a reaction, and it's I believe the best comedy is when the motherfuckers can just stand there and talk, and people are fucking laughing their ass off. I give credit where credit is due. Uh, what are these people called? imitators or when they do impersonators,
Oh yeah, yeah,
uh,
yeah.
or musicians or comedians that use. There's a comedian. What's his name? He's coming soon to Oahu. Um, De Guzman. What's his name? He plays with a guitar. Um,
Oh
Good Jr. De Guzman or something like that. But my point is, even Bo Burnham, I think, they do comedy with instruments,
yeah.
and that's great, my G. That's cool. Like that's a dope talent. No disrespect, but stand up there with your voice only,
Yeah.
And I'm sure they do. I've seen them, but I love that type of comedy. So when I'm speaking to somebody and I hear something funny, like, hell yeah, write it down, man. I got no shame in my game because some comedians will be like, oh, this guy's trying out his material. I'm like, shit, bro, you got to get your reps anywhere, anytime.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because this is what I'm in it to win it, bro. It's kind of corny ass line. But I've always been the person that if you do anything, or how you do anything, how you do everything, let's go hard on this shit. Why are we bullshitting? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I'm not doing this just to like do it. I want to be the best at this. Hence why when I started working in restaurants as a dishwasher, I took that shit all the way to I could. Executive
Level
chef.
up. Yep.
Yeah, yeah. And then maybe that's why I got bored with it, I didn't want to, and I didn't want to, maybe it's not my love where I want to compete with another chef. Like, look at my pork belly, motherfucker. You know what I mean? It wasn't my thing. And my brother's chef, man. Um, and no disrespect to the chefs, man. My mom is a chef. My brother is a chef. He used to work for Sanse's out here. You been to Sanse's?
Yeah, we were just at Sanse's in Wakes on Tuesday for our birthday.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah. My brother was the executive chef there, and
Nice.
he's working at a restaurant called Yaya's. And I know I'm plugging these motherfuckers. I better get a poo-poo or something, give me
Yeah.
some appetizer.
So what, you went to the mainland tour? I seen you did like a lot of those bigger clubs in the mainland. Do you
Yeah.
resonate with the crowd there as because you're Mexican, or you have that Hawaii spin off like a local boy as well?
Um, Both. I think
Okay.
it's always gotta read the room,
Yeah,
And
yeah.
so that's why I was when I say about the Hawaiian graduation party, you know what I mean? It's you just gotta adapt to wherever you're at. I used to do show. I did a show in Rhode Island, Providence, Rhode Island. I did a show in what is this, Delaware, all in the fucking woods, bro. Like all like country white people. That there's no Mexicans.
Delaware.
There's no bro. Yeah, Delaware and
How'd you get a gig there, bro?
New Hampshire. I was in New Hampshire as well.
I don't even
So
know where that is on a map.
yeah, I found out after. Uh, how did I get a gig there? People, like I said, when you're good, people watch my videos, and then other comedians talk to other comedians,
Oh,
and they offer
nice.
gigs, and I'm with it, and just adapting, man, to the situation. I think is also how you explain your material. It's a form of communication. If I come up to you and tell you the corn burnt, and you don't know what the fuck I'm talking about, you're gonna be confused. But we was cooking before, right? Or if I said something like, "Hey man, I got something cooking on the stove. Can you check it? Because the corn might be burned." Then like, this motherfucker. Stupid ass example, but if you'll see, man. Hopefully, you can come to the show and you'll see it's all about how you set up your shit, and
Yeah.
explain to people because um, I do I do jokes about living in Hawaii, and they might not know exactly what a pono means, right? A pono,
Yeah.
like and I'm talking about like a guy. Like I went to school with pono, but I got a story. You'll hear it. And the way I explain it is this motherfucker name is Pono, right? And this is the understanding now. And every time I say Pono, uh, they'll know I'm talking about this guy. But I've already
Yeah.
explained that in Hawaiian, Pono means like righteous, to do right, to
Yeah.
do the right
Yeah.
thing, right? And so when I say, oh, you know, Pono wasn't living Pono, this motherfucker was fucking me up all the time, then they're laughing at this shit, even though they're from Delaware or New Hampshire, you know?
To
So
make it relatable.
yeah. And I take any crowd, man. I don't prefer Mexicans or black people or although the hardest laughs come from non-whites. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like any
Yo.
other culture, bro, when it's white people, they're a little bit more reserved, you know? It's gotta be a culture thing. They're not they're a little bit more reserved, you know?
Yeah.
And the laugh is not as intense. So I love performing in black crowds, brown crowds here in Hawaii when it's like local people and like I want to hear some fucking chihus, you know what I mean? I was like,
Yo.
yeah, like
Yo.
like that's a great laugh, man.
Yeah. So what do you do crowd work too? You can go on the fly and just pick somebody out the crowd and go in like
Man, usually and I see all those videos I can, but I've had a lot of experiences, dude. I don't know why, man. Ever since I was a kid, I've always felt, and I hope this doesn't come out as like, oh, the poor me syndrome. But bro,
yeah.
I've always had like fucking problems with somebody. So I try to avoid one-on-one crowd work, you know, like
Oh yeah.
yeah,
What
because it's
about it
happened
come
to
after
me.
after the show?
It's happened to me.
No shit.
It's happened on stage, bro. I had to like put the mic down, like, what's up? You know, and because you know, I for me, like I always think, you know, people try you until they see, you know, like that you're about that shit, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah. So I do crowd work when somebody starts to bark shit at me already. So I
Okay.
never like, hey, what's up, man? How you guys doing? Nah, man. That's the boy. It's happened a lot of times, and some of those people have become some of the best friends. The dad of the girl that graduated, the Hawaiian party that did,
Yeah.
dude thought I wanted to fight him before the show, and he told his boys like, hey, this
We're
fucker
gonna
in the
get
back
this.
was they want to get nuts. Like, so these motherfuckers, like 4 or 5 dudes, were already trying to fuck me up. And then I went on stage and he told me the story, man. He was like, bro, I was heated because he was looking at me, and then I don't know, man, maybe because they say people look like what they've been through.
Oh
And
yeah.
I've just seen a lot of dark shit, man, in my life. And I've always, before moving to Hawaii, and even in Maui, bro, I used to got to get down with people. And so I've always been on like PTSD type shit, you know? And it's hard to not think about those situations when you're around a lot of people. You know what I mean? For me.
Yeah, yeah, for
So
sure.
yeah, he was telling me that he looked like I wanted to fight him, and in my head, bro, I'm thinking about the fucking show. Like, damn, I'm about to fucking. I was
Farthest thing for
opening
your
up.
mind.
Yeah, I was opening up for Aggie T at the California Hotel in Vegas, and I was thinking about the show, and then this dude was thinking I was gonna fight him. He was like, "Yeah, man, I was telling my boys like, you gotta see what's up with this motherfucker." And then he was like, "And then I saw you go on stage, and I killed it after the show. We shook hands, we took pictures. I've been to his house. I know his family. Bro,
Nice.
I met his. He invited me to his hotel room with his family after the graduation, kicking it, and we keep close touch now, man. So if anybody watches this and they've ever seen me and thought that I was trying to fight you, bro, I was thinking about some other shit. You know what I mean? I just come up and ask me. You know what I mean?
You had that I wanna kill you look, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, I just because I don't know. Like right now, you see me smiling on stage, I'll smile, but I'm a very introverted person.
Yeah.
Keep to myself in public. I don't really like fuck with people. And it's happened to me now at the point like people starting to recognize me when
Yeah.
I go places. And when I was in a hotel in Maui, I think it was the Westin, and I was at the pool with my kids, and I saw this dude staring at me. And right away, I noticed the energy, and he was talking to his girl, and I'm like, damn, what the fuck did I do? You know what I mean? Like, like maybe because this happened to me that I've been at bars and shit, and bro, there's fucking gorgeous women in Hawaii, right? And bro, sometimes I'm gonna look at your girl in a way that like, what's up, like, not I don't know if she's your girl, you know what I mean? So I've had beefs like that, bro. Like, oh, you was looking at my girl, like, well, why you bring her out if you don't want nobody looking at her? Like, stay in the house. And so that happened at the pool, man, and I was thinking about this, like, why the fuck homie still looking at me? You know what I mean? And that's also from my growing up. It's always like, what the fuck you looking at? What you looking at, homie? Well, me, what's up? And it's hard to switch sometimes because I gotta be aware that I tell my kids I'm kind of like a R list celebrity. I'm way down in the alphabet.
Hey, you leveling up though.
Yeah. So it turned out I was walking down the hallways. I saw this dude again with his girl, and this time I went up to him like, "Hey, what's up, homie?" And he said, "Bro, are you a comedian? I remember seeing you on the show." And I'm like, "Yeah, bro, what's up, man?"
You're ready to swing.
Yeah, I was over here thinking like, "What's up, bro? Like, what's
We're
going
in
on?"
the hallway. It's about to go down.
Man, and so we ended up taking a picture, and cool people, man. So I like, if anybody watches this, bro, you guys see me in the street, bro. Just recently, like 3 days ago, at Walmart here in Waikiki. Is it Waikiki? The Walmart here? Yeah. Some dude, I'm walking with my kids, and he just said something like I couldn't hear it right away because he just blurted out. But like, my G's, anybody, if you guys see me around the city, like, come up to me and be like, "Hey man, you're a comedian, right?" Like, start off with that, right? Because now I know, like, all right, we good, So you never know, man. You never know. So
what if it's in reverse though? What if this guy really like scrap with you, and then you're like, "Hey man, I'm a comedian."
And it's happy where a motherfucker didn't know, and he was like, "Oh, so you think you're a comedian? Like
funny?
Yeah, you think you're funny?" I'm like, I've actually won contests, man. Not even trying to be funny.
I'm
like,
proving
you're right.
It's my job.
I'm proving. Come to the show. I hope, man. And I think you feel the same. Any adult will feel the same way, bro. It's fighting, man. Like, if we gotta fight, bro, come to the gym. Let's put on gloves. And handle it like that. Fuck that. Why? I ain't trying to kill you. You might have some family you want to go home to, and I want to go home to my family. And I've seen it and heard it. So many street fights turn into lifetime sentences, bro.
Yeah.
So
plus too, you fight on the street, bro. Win or lose, you're gonna be hurting. You're gonna have a lump on your eye. Your hands gonna be sore. You ain't coming out of there clean unless you Bruce Lee or some shit.
And then if we get arrested, yeah, worse.
Yeah,
man. Now we both gotta go to anger management together.
You see them right next to him, sharing notes.
Yeah. Stupid, bro. Let's just be friends from the beginning, man.
So how do you think the comedy scene locally is now? It's being built, and I went to a couple shows. I seen Tamua. It seems like it's being a big, it's getting a bigger shine, and hopefully paving the way for younger local comedians. How do you think the Hawaii scene is playing out right now?
All right, let's say first, we gotta give the flowers. We gotta give the praise to Andy Bumatai, Augie T,
Frank De Lima.
Yeah, Frank De Lima. We're missing anybody? There's more, huh? Who? I'm sure there's some guys.
Mel Cabang. Mel Cabang.
Oh yeah, Mel Cabang. I'm sure some didn't get their shine, but if you guys watch this, man, there is a comedy scene in Hawaii. It's an art, and bro, local dudes are fucking hilarious, man. Yeah, you guys, it's the same thing. You know, we may be different in our culture, and you know, we say, I say motherfucker a lot. Like that's that. Hey, motherfucker, come here. You know, you
Yeah.
guys say fuck a lot, and I used to think fuck was a Hawaiian word until I figured it out, bro. I'm like, yeah, you motherfuckers like me. They call me fuck all the time. The comedy scene now, I guess, the new generation, right?
Yeah.
The internet has helped, right? Because these
Yeah,
older
for
cats
sure.
didn't have social media, they didn't have YouTube, uh,
Yeah.
so it was just about time, man. It helps connect the mainland comedians with the Hawaii comedians, and when people see like Tamua, he's taking it to another level, bro. You gotta give him his flowers.
Yeah.
And he does a lot of crowd work. He's great at crowd work, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I'm personally a storyteller. I like to fucking talk. Uh, and I think that's from being a kid, never got the opportunity, you know, to talk to anybody. Uh, but tomorrow, man, when he does shit like what he's doing now, the videos are fucking looking prime, you know, like his production, that's all up to par with the Wayne brothers, with
Yeah.
Bill Burr, with I think what's his name's coming, Tom Segura is coming to the Blaisdell.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And so that when those motherfuckers see that kind of production, then it kind of shows that comedians in Hawaii taking it that serious. You know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
comedians, we're a tight circle, man, and we protect comedy. You know, and when you see somebody doing it right, like Tamua, and has the following. Now I think he just went to Australia, right? Or he's going to Australia.
Yeah.
Like
He's going
that's
big, huh?
crazy,
Yeah.
bro. That's
Yeah.
crazy. That's a fucking amazing, bro. And some comedians may not. There's hate in this industry, of course, a lot.
Every
There's
industry. Yeah.
everywhere,
Yeah.
everywhere. But I say to those comedians, bro, that hate, because I'm a comedian, and I try to about how Tomoa has taken the comedy scene by storm, right?
Yeah.
And there's comedians in the mainland that are not gonna appreciate what he's doing, because and I say to anybody, bro, that feels like their career is not where it should be. This is a solo journey, bro. This is not a team effort. And the fact that everybody has their own journey, bro, to go through. And you might get your shine 3 years into doing it, 50 years into doing it. You gotta think about our predecessors like Ronnie Dangerfield. This motherfucker quit at his young age and then still kept writing. It was a janitor or some shit. And then I think he hit it at like 55 or something like that, and same thing, Joe Coy, right? He's
Yeah.
been
Yeah.
doing it for a long time.
Yeah.
And he shot his special, shit took off. And that's kind of what people have been telling me, man. Like I've been telling them, I'm using the check from my car that burned to produce this, and they're like, "Oh, he's kind of doing like Joe Coy. He shot his own special, and then he took off from there." And I hope and I pray, man, for
Yeah.
I'm like just ready, man, to get on the road and be able to provide for my family, especially after what we've been through,
Yeah.
And
That's nuts. I seen Joe Coy at Pipeline and had less than 100 people the first time I seen him. Pipeline
damn, yeah,
Cafe. Then the next one I seen him at Republic, maybe about 150, 200 people.
yeah,
Next
yeah,
thing you know, he's selling out Blaisdell 3, 4 times in a row, 12 times
yeah,
in a
yeah,
row.
yeah.
Then he's
Woo!
selling out the arena. I'm like, bruh, I've seen it from when he was just starting and
Yeah,
struggling
yeah.
and grinding. And then I seen to the pinnacle what he's doing now. And it's like, bruh, that's determination. And
Legendary shit.
yeah, that's inspiring. And if that's the mentality that you're having, that's probably like you said, like you're on your own journey. You don't have
Yeah,
to.
man. There's no need to hate on the next dude because he's doing what he's doing.
Yeah.
If anything, it should be a mirror to look and a blueprint to all right, shit. seeing somebody like, I tell you this, Tumua opened, and then I featured, and then Edwin San Juan, you know who that is? Edwin San Juan, he's a comedian, funny as fuck. He headlined, we came to Hawaii, and Tumua opened. And now I see him doing all these shows, bro. Look, I'm gonna just follow his footsteps, right? Because it's now more than just being funny, man. A lot of motherfuckers are funny. Make the right moves. You know what I mean? Make the right moves. Dude, we don't know what he does behind the scenes, right? What he sacrifices, what he has done to make it there. You know, so just enjoy it, man. This is a big enough fucking pie for everybody to have a slice.
And I always say this quote is the rising tide floats all boats. So if you out there helping other people catch theirs, and it just helps you and your brand, and it's all good vibes. Like, hate never creates positivity.
Nah, it doesn't at all. And but don't get this wrong though. I'm a positive motherfucker, but you still need to be funny, man. You gotta do the job.
You gotta have some skill.
You gotta have, because you know, I'm doing this big show right at the Blue Note, and I've been around a lot of the local comics and stuff, and I've had some, you know, ask me for a spot here and there, and I wish I could, man. You're just not funny enough right now. You gotta be honest with people.
Yeah, at least you say right now.
Yeah, right now. So keep working. And this happened to me, man. There's this guy named Mas Jabrani. You know who that is? You ever seen Friday After Next?
Yeah.
He's Mole.
Okay, I know
he's a stand-up comedian. His real name is Mas Jabrani. And I had a conversation with him outside the Hollywood Comedy Store. And he said, keep working. Just keep doing your thing. I even asked him, I said, hey, bro, you know, if you ever need an opener, you need a feature. And I'm not saying don't ask comedians for spots. Keep getting those fucking no's. You know what I mean? So, because eventually those no's turn into yes. And they told me just like that, keep working, man. Keep working. And keep working. And now I'm headlining in the Blue Note.
Yeah. So let's speak on that for a little bit. So you got a show coming up this Saturday, November 4th.
Yes, sir.
What's been going on? And I know you got a good cause, and you kind of touched on it earlier about being in Lahaina, bro. Let's speak on that for a little bit.
Okay. What you want to hear?
What the fuck happened?
All right, man. Shit. We got time, right? We got time?
Yeah, we got all the time.
I'm inside the house because they were doing landscaping outside. Would it be okay if I pick you up?
Yeah, go ahead.
And go outside?
Let's go.
All right, let's go for a little ride, bro. The glasses on. In case I put the glasses on in case I start crying because the story is fucked up, bro. Hey, you guys can turn on the TV? Kids and fucking chilling. Yeah, but you don't gotta edit none of this, bro.
This is raw. Oh, it's nice. It's nice out here today, huh? Should have started out here, bro.
Yeah, what? Yeah, man. Is this good right here?
Yeah, that's perfect.
Need some space. This is not too close?
Nope. Good, bro.
Okay, man. August 8th? August 8th. Do you don't find that I don't know if the right word is ironic.
Why is that?
But it happened on 8/08. That's wild as fuck to me.
That's true.
Yeah, bro, and it might be not mean nothing, but you know, people say you'll find signs.
Yeah.
I have a joke, dude, that goes like this. When I was moving to Hawaii, the hardest part was explaining to my hood homeboys that I was moving, but to fucking Hawaii, you know, because where I come from, most people, and this is not how the joke goes, but this is information. Most people from Watts, when they move to Compton, you know, just down the street.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I was telling these motherfuckers, no, bro, like I'm moving to Maui, to island in Hawaii. It's like I'm getting deported, but to heaven. And it has been, man. It has been heaven, man. It's been. I've met people that are born and raised here that have said things like it's not paradise when you lived here all your life, or you know. And I understand the sentiment because you know we all got our own you know troubles.
Yeah.
But to me, man, it's been fucking heaven. I love this land, bro. Like, if we had to go to war, we're going, you know.
Yeah.
And I'm Mexican. If it was Mexico against Hawaii, we fucking up some Mexicans, and I gotta. You guys gonna have to give me a uniform shirt or some shit because I don't want to get fucked up. But like I'm on the other team, bro. Like I'm on this team. I'm rocking with Hawaii, bro. Just let that be known. little herb. So August 8th, man. It started out like anything. It was actually my daughter's first day of high school. My
Oh
eldest,
shit.
she was going to Lahaina Luna. She went to Lahaina Intermediate before that, and the power went out like around 2 in the morning, something like that. And I know because my daughter, you know, being her first day of school, she was like, you know, like a little kid when you go to a field trip,
Yeah.
you know,
All
just
excited
excited.
and shit. Yeah.
Yeah. She was excited for high school, man. She had a uniform laid out and all that shit. And I kept having to telling her, like, you see, I'll go to sleep. You see, I'll go to sleep. Don't worry about it. And then when the power went out, she came up to my bedside and said, Dad, am I still going to school? I'm like, the power's out, Mama. I don't think you're going to school, so just go back to sleep. Went back to sleep. And the winds had been rocking since the night before, man. Like,
This is
bad.
in Lahaina.
This is in Lahaina. We was living in a place called Kahoma Villages, which is next to a place called Front Street Apartments.
Yeah, yeah.
And a lighter, sorry, looking for my lighter. So next day we wake up. Um, there's no electricity. My wife, she went to work. She works in Kihei on the other side of the island. And me and my kids, they kickbox and MMA and all this shit, right? And so I'm their head coach, and we were training out of our house. And I bought jujitsu mats, everything, man, punching bags. I even built some shits, and we were training the whole morning. And my mom lives across the street at Front Street Apartments, and you know, me and her talk a lot. So we went over there and just asking her like, "What are you gonna make to eat?" There's no electricity. I was telling her like we should barbecue or something, and she was like, "It's too windy for that." And you're right. So she made ceviche.
Okay.
And so we went back home, trained some more. She called me. I said ceviche was ready. We went to her house. It was about 3 o'clock. And around that time, I started to see like white smoke, right? And in my mind, I'm thinking like, oh, motherfuckers is barbecuing. I knew we should have barbecued, man. And yeah, there's nothing. We have no signal, no Wi-Fi. There's no reason for us to think there's a fire. We haven't heard nothing from the neighbors. And so we go inside the house. My mom says that she needs the tostadas for a ceviche there at my house. So we go back, me and my oldest daughter, Isel, and we come back. It's just like down the street. And when we came back, we started eating, and my youngest daughter, Silali, says, "Oh, that's fire!" And we look outside the window, and across the street, man, the buildings were on fire.
Shit.
And it was like kind of shocking at first. And fires have happened in Lahaina all the time. Exactly a year ago, almost, there was a big fire. We never left. Um, it was just the breathing issue, right? The smoke and all that.
Yeah.
So my mom was like, "I'm not leaving," and I was like, "Yeah, it seems like they're gonna turn it off or something." We didn't know what the fuck was happening really, like in the grand scheme of things yet. So it started getting a little worse, and I told my mom, "Hey, you know what? I'm gonna go grab my dog. I have a dog named Muay Thai, and he's a Dalmatian pit bull. Love this dude, man. I'm gonna go get Muay Thai, and we're gonna take off to Kanapali or some shit, thinking this shit's gonna be taken care of. The fire's gonna come off, and we'll be able to come back." So we grabbed fucking little bit of snacks, like a blanket, lots of water, and my dog's food. So I leave my mom's house to go get my dog. It took me about 30 minutes to grab shit and whatnot. And then I start to see that the house turned black. Like it was just dark. There was no light. It was daytime and then it turned nighttime. And so I look outside the window and it's just black smoke. And now it's when I realized, at this point, I realized like, oh shit, this is not a fucking joke, you know? This is some serious shit. So I
Yeah.
scream at the kid, "Hey, bro," and I was smoking. So it was already cloudy. It was smoky in the house. And
That's
I was
why it was
like,
black.
"Look."
No,
Yeah, like,
you
nah,
was
it was
chambering
outside.
in that fucker.
I was blazing, bro. And I said, okay. Um, to the kids, like, "Hey, we gotta go." So we go outside to the car, and I can still see this far away, a little bit far away, relatively far away. Um, it's not like next door yet. We tried to drive out of Kahoma Villages. I don't know if you edit this and you put a map on here or some shit. I'll give you my address where I used to live. Um, and it was I think they call it gridlock. I never heard this term until I saw it on the news, where all the cars were just, there's nobody moving. Yeah, stuck. So there's Kahoma Villages was in a little, or is in a little like cul-de-sac area. It's like a little community. And we couldn't get out. And we were trying to turn to go right, and there was just no room to move. And as we're sitting there in the car, I'm thinking like, nah, fuck this. If the smoke gets too close, then we could pass out, right? You see this shit on the movies all the time. And you know, they say, you ever seen a movie and you're watching some shit, you're like, dumbasses, I would have done this, I would have done that, right?
Yeah.
Because you're on the outside watching, bro. You know, you're not in the information
In
is
the
not there.
mix. Yeah.
Yeah, in the mix. So I'm like, nah, we're not gonna stay here. So I busted a U-turn, get out of that little line, try to find another way out. And there's another street where there was a tree down and power lines. And you know, electricity don't gotta be explained, right? That shit hurt.
Yeah.
So no chance I'm going through any power lines. And so go right back. Couldn't get out, man, at all. And went back to where I was initially at, sitting there with the kids. I have a video on Instagram that I posted. I didn't know my daughter was recording. And, you know, I'm in there talking shit about the people. Like, dumbass, there was a family in a golf cart, and they had a baby. And I'm still like, dumbasses, bro. What the fuck you doing with a golf cart? You know, like, grab your car, man. And boom, this shit turns black. And I start seeing fire embers flying. And I look to my left, and one of the houses near us started to burn. And that's when I was like, fuck this. I took another U-turn. I went back to my apartment. I think they're called townhouses, and parked there. And I told the kids, we're going to have to fucking run, dude. We're going to have to leave the car. Nobody's getting out this motherfucker. So took everything out of her backpacks and just filled it up with water. My daughters put goggles on my son because it started to get really smoky, man, and the wind. There's just so much debris. They put masks on all the kids. I got my dog, and I told them. And you know, the best thing, bro, is that my kids, they train religiously. Like, we wake up at 4 in the morning on school days, they're running miles in the morning
Oh,
before
so
school
they in
training.
shape then.
They're in shape, and I told them, this is your this is the reason why you've been training, man. This is serious, mama. You gotta fucking run. Just listen to me and keep moving. So we started trekking, man, on foot, trying to get out. And I thought about jumping a gate and not going through all the black smoke. Because at this point, the black smoke was already so close that you had to go through the black smoke to get out. If not, you're gonna have to jump a fence with electric wires. So I didn't want to risk it, you know. And there was some people knocking down a fence, and they were going that way. And as the leader of this group, I was like, nah, let's go through the smoke. We're pretty in shape, you know. I'm fat, but I can run. Especially when you're scared, bro, you do amazing things. So we start running through the densest black smoke, man, and there's cars lined up, and we're running, dude, and I see people like starting to get out as well, you know, like they're like, fuck this, we're gonna leave too. And finally run around, maybe it was like 2 minutes of running through like black smoke. And my little boy will start crying, and my Isel, she's a 14-year-old, she picked him up. I'm holding the little one. Everybody's like kind of chained up, and my dog just leading the way, man. I end up seeing my mom in the traffic. She made it out with her boyfriend, and nice. She's in the traffic, and I tell her, leave your car, get the fuck out, and let's run. Fuck the car. I'm blessed that I grew up poor, that materialism is not, things don't matter to me, that much.
Yeah.
And she did not listen, bro. My mom was fucking crazy. My mom, she's from the poor side, and we're like, I'm not leaving my fucking car, I paid for this shit. I'm still paying for this shit. And me and my kids kept trekking down Front Street, man. And just finally, the biggest cloud of black smoke, man. It looked like, that's why I referenced that joke, man. It looked like hell, bro. Explosions, explosions. Shit was, it didn't make sense, dude, that it was happening there. You know what I mean? Like, it was like TV. It was like the movies, man. The wind, bro, like all the power lines, they were already all leaning, some falling, and now we're on foot, and I'm like, fuck, we're naked, we don't have no fucking protection. So we're still like running through the maze, and finally traffic clears up, and my mom catches up to us, and I'm still in the mode of this is gonna have to be stopped, right? I'm not. Yeah. My mind cannot imagine the shit that happened. Like I didn't think that my house was still okay at the time. And I was running through by Safeway side, and there was people looking at us, running, and offering us anything and everything. They were trying to be helpful. Like let us know if you need something. And especially I had kids. I have the kids with me, and ironically or kind of tragically, later on, I found out that the people that was outside, those houses burned down too. And it's like, Jesus, like at one point they were trying to help the people that was getting fucked up, and then they needed help. Man, so I caught up with my mom. She pulled over, and I gave her my son, my Adrian. He's 5, man. And because he was tired of running and the wind. Yeah. I figured, we were already like near kind of Poly area. I don't know.
Oh, that's far, huh?
Yeah, right outside behind a little bit. Where the police station and shit is at, Convention Center. Yeah. So there was a time there where a lot of people in cars were congregating, kind of looking back, because Waihi area hadn't started burning it. So, and all that area is safe, but it hadn't started burning. So I gave my kid to my mom, and I told her we're gonna meet down, let's meet at the Westin or some shit. And I fucked up because I forgot about cell signal and all that shit. and the
Oh
fire
yeah.
kept coming and it started to evacuate all the people that were finding is it refuge
Yeah.
and the parking lots and shit. They had to keep going. So it was just a big migration of thousands of people, man, so instantly. And ended up not hearing from them, bro, till the next day, like around 11 a.m. And
Holy
me and my
shit.
me and my two girls, bro, we ended up walking towards like the golf courses and the hotel area in Kanapali.
Yeah, yeah.
And we would try to we use the restroom, try to grab something to eat. And man, this motherfucker at the Westin, bro, I don't know if I'm getting in trouble for this, but there was a manager at the Westin, bro. Look, all right, I know they didn't know what the fuck was going on there in the hotel, but I told this manager, bro, like, hey man, I'm from Lahaina. I live here. I got my two girls out there and my dog. They're fucking hungry, dude. We just ran like 3 miles. Uh, and can we get something to eat? So he says, we're not taking non-hotel guests right now.
Huh.
What you can do is tell some of the guests in the hotel to buy you food and then you pay them. And I was like, bro, I'm asking you though, man. I'm
Yeah,
asking
yeah.
you, do something for me, man. Like I got these
Yeah.
two. I don't even want to give it for my daughters, you
Yeah.
know. And he pretty much told me to fuck off. And I'm the type like I'm not gonna sit there and cry about it, bro. Like fuck it, let's go. So me and my
Yeah.
daughters kept moving. Yeah, kept moving, and some guy at the bar bought me a beer, which made the situation a little less aggravating, I guess. Uh, just pounded the beer, bro, and thank you to him. I don't know, I didn't even got his name. I forgot his name, and we stepped. We left the hotel area, and kind of was chilling on the golf courses a little bit, thinking of what the fuck to do. Couldn't call nobody, and it was getting nighttime already, and we just decided to keep on walking around, fucking trying to find a place to sleep. I went back to the Westin, but this time to the concierge area, or
Yeah.
how to get a room. I was like, I'll pay however you want me to pay, And they said no. Um, I send my daughters in by themselves this time, bro, to get food. Now it was like now like 9 o'clock now,
Yeah.
and I send them by themselves. Maybe they can get some help, and
Yeah.
nobody helped them. G,
Oh shit.
nobody, nobody gave them. It's not, bro. We started, and I don't think they even ate the ceviche because, uh, that shit was warm. that shit was defrosted since 4 in the morning, bro, and it sucked, man. It sucked, and they came out like nobody wanted to help us, and I told them, bro, it's good. Let's just keep pushing. Started walking up the highway, winds. My dog, bro, my poor dog, he got cuts all on his back, on his
shit.
legs. Yeah, he got fucked up, dude, because of the winds, just cutting him up. We ended up walking all the way almost near Star Market. You know where it's at? Like
Oh
on Hawaii.
yeah. That's far from
And,
Front Street.
bro, and the worst is, let's say, not as far on a regular day. But
Yeah.
this was regular day, bro. It was winds, bro, like 80 miles an hour type shit.
Yeah.
Uh, and we were walking on the highway, and some group of two white guys picked us up, man. They offered to give us a ride. Where you going? And it was a 30-second ride, but it meant a lot at that moment, And so we kind of like found a bench outside of Star Market in Honolulu, and I told my kids, I put the littlest one in the basket and the other one on my lap. I put her head on my lap, and I told her to go to sleep. And just kind of like watching people, because it's still, opportunists take advantage of situations like this. So I was on all alert, bro. I was alert. Me
Oh
and my
yeah.
dog. Yeah, I had my knives. My friend gave me a knife collection. We had like a machete type shit. My daughter was sleeping with her machete. Um, Anybody could have guided that night, bro.
Yeah.
Especially, it's like you ever seen World War Z,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
bro? Like the initial scene where like everybody's running like that,
Yeah. That's
like
crazy.
that. It's intense, and ended up sleeping there for a little bit, like an hour. I didn't sleep. My kids slept, and there's a scene in World War Z where Brad Pitt says, "Movimiento es vida." You heard this before? It
Mm.
means movement. Movement is life.
Yeah.
If you remember the movie when he kind of goes into this apartment, I think they're Mexican, and he's telling the kid like, "Tell your dad we gotta move. You know, it's the only
Yeah.
way to
Yeah.
survive." And that came into my mind, bro. Like, the whole time, just keep moving, keep moving. So we ended up going to, I don't know if it's called the embassy now. It's called something else, but it's a pink hotel in Hawaii, and so different, man. I don't want to say that it could have been a race thing. This manager at the Westin, white dude, the manager of the front desk woman that helped us um, at this hotel, I think she was Samoan, local chick. You know, bro, gave us beef jerky, blankets, towels, waters. What do you need? You know, and that was the first moment of like I got time to chill. I
Mm.
saw people talking on their cell phone, so there was some kind of signal there, and I got in touch with. I told you my wife worked in Kihei, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So he was stuck trying to come home, like
Oh
Lanio Coco
man.
side, and there was a fire there, so she wasn't getting through. They turned them around, and
Yeah.
so she didn't know what the fuck was going on with us. You know, she ain't heard of us, and I told her that I had my two daughters, but I gave in my son to my mom, and you know, to me, bro, it's like I know if I give my son to my mom, my motherfucker's not getting touched. You know what I mean? Like he's gonna be safe. My mom
Yeah.
and if he dies, my mom's died.
Yeah.
My mom better not show up alive. You know what I mean? Like without my
Yeah.
son, like sorry, nah, bitch, you gonna die too. And it still was hard being separated from him
Fuck
because
yeah.
now I had time to reflect. Because before you're running on adrenaline, bro, you know, it's like you just in the moment. And now I was thinking like, fuck, where's my boy, man? And ended up finding my mom. My mom, my mom, bro, she dates a lot. This motherfucker knows everybody, which helped because
Oh, your
the
uncles
next
came out.
bro, yeah, all of a sudden I was down there, you know, like, bro, you still like my mom? Help me, motherfucker. And so this guy named Victor, man, he's Mexican dude, real stand-up guy. So I love him. You know, they're no longer together, but he's a friend of the family. Um, I seen him. We're outside a Star Market. Well, it was not Star Market now. It's Times, right? And there was people in line waiting for the store to open because everybody's hungry. There was a restaurant that was giving out food, but they ran out. Excuse me. And it felt like one of those moments, bro. Like you gotta decide you're gonna break this fucking door or not, you know. And
Yeah.
there was a guy that worked for Times that had the key, and he didn't want to open it, but he's starting to feel the pressure of people, you know. And I was one of those motherfuckers like, hey, bro, just fucking open the door, you know.
Yeah.
Like people got kids and babies out here, just fucking open it. You know, they got insurance. It ain't
Yeah.
shit. They got insurance. Fucking open the door. And homie left. He left. I think he was like, and I mean, I don't blame him, bro. I think maybe he thought, you know, they're gonna jump him and take the keys or some shit. Um, and that's when I saw my mom's ex boyfriend Victor, and he's by himself. He got his car, and I'm like, man, I'm looking for my mom and my son. Can you give us a ride? And he's hell yeah, jump in the car. So that's when we got wheels. Ended up going to Napili. And there's more people out there. All the parking lots, bro, like carpets of people just flooded. You
Eh,
know, there's so much people. And there's a store out there that was letting people in and get food. There's people giving out like smoothies and salads and shit. I ate a balsamic dressing salad at 8 in the morning, bro. It was tart as hell. Uh, and next thing you know, I'm like looking down the street and I see my ex-wife, which is my kid's daughter, my
mm,
two girls, and my son is from my marriage now, you know. Uh,
yeah.
and these motherfuckers never got along. my ex-wife and my wife now. We've been
Yeah.
through a lot of drama, but it was nice to see them, you know, like fucking rangered up in the truck. They came
Oh,
through the back way. I think it's called Kapolo or something like that. And
yeah.
they came back trying to find us, man. They found us. And then my brother-in-law went. He worked at the montage, or still works at the montage. Went and found my mom and my son in the parking lot, and kind of like got together at the montage, and had time to reflect. And now we made it out of Lahaina. We went to my sister's house in Kihei, and it's been rough, man, for the kids, man.
Bro,
My
that's insane, dude.
my
That's a
girls, you know,
that's a movie right there. What you just
yeah,
said was a
yeah,
movie, bro.
yeah, bro. And some things I left out, you know, like hopefully you can make it to the show. You'll hear some more shit.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, man, my kids, you know, now they like, you know, every now and then they wake up, you know, having a nightmare, you know, telling me that, you know, they're thinking about the shit. So, you know, I'm gonna just keep it moving with them, you know, teaching them that, you know, life is hard, but I'm the type. This is how you see me speaking to you, bro. I speak to my kids. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Are you gonna fucking wash the dishes or not, motherfucker? What you doing? You know,
Yeah.
life is hard, and especially for me, man. As you know, my dad died when I was 12, and I feel that time is limited, and you gotta get the information to these kids right away because, and at least that's my experience. I want them to have a better life than what I've had, you know, a
Yeah.
better experience. But also know that bad shit gonna happen to you, you know, and
Yeah.
it's up to you to fucking take it in the chin and keep walking, man. Or you
Fuck
can be,
yeah.
you know, stuck if you want. But
Yeah.
thank you for letting me tell you that, man. It's
Bro,
wild
that
to.
was heavy. That was a cool story. I mean, not a cool story to hear, but cool to hear you talk about it.
Yeah, no, it's you could say it's cool to hear. It's
Yeah.
because if we saw that shit in the movie, you'd be like, that was a good movie.
Yeah, but I could walk out with popcorn after, you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, like you saw the movie of the tsunamis in like Thailand and shit like that.
Oh
You know,
yeah, yeah.
I forget. Yeah, you watch it, like, that's amazing. But somebody actually lived
Fuck
through that.
yeah. Well,
Any question?
honestly, bro, I'm glad you guys are safe and you can tell this story and all your kids and dogs and your mom. I'm thinking you should have just jumped in the car with your mom from the get. I'm just
Hey,
saying.
yes, yes, bro. But I didn't know if they was gonna make it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yo, yo.
And when I gave her my son, I thought I knew that we were gonna meet down the street. You know?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
One thing, if you come to the show, man, here, my mom is my mom is a recycler, bro. This is how she fed us once. You know, she came here illegally and couldn't get a job. So in Watts, you see a lot of homeless people, and what you see them is getting cans, all kinds of recycling shit. So even till now, bro, my mom, she got me and my siblings, my brother and my sister. We're not total fuck ups. You know, we can take care of my mom. She works
Yeah.
as well now, but she still fucking recycles, right?
Yeah.
And that's the reason why I only gave her my son, because I didn't want to jump in her car with all these fucking cans and shit. I was just like, oh yeah, yeah, and her boyfriend was like, let's just throw them out, and she was like, nah, fuck that, just jump in with the cans. I'm like, to me, bro, cans is a trauma because when I was a kid, bro, when I was a kid, we used to go to parks and there'll be motherfuckers in soccer teams and baseball teams, and me and my brother were fucking collecting cans, dude. We didn't get to play those games, so I want nothing to do with fucking cans.
Fuck them
And
cans.
so yeah, fuck them cans, bro. And that's the reason why I didn't jump in, bro. But I tell her now, like my mama tell her, like bitch, if I would have died, it would have been because of your love for cans. You should have thrown them out and got us in the car. That's why I didn't jump in, man. I think about a lot of shit. I should have left my sister, she texted me like around 8 or 9 o'clock in the morning. I got a text message from her that said, "You can come to my house. We have electricity and whatnot." I didn't go because I didn't. There was no kind of like I had no idea that it was gonna be to this
Yeah.
extent. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
oh, hindsight 2020. You know what I mean? It's
100%.
funny. So much things that you could do different. You know, it's like that. You know, when you're on your deathbed and you start thinking about your life,
Yeah.
man. Yeah, that's so much things I could have done, but
Well, you
and
here now, and bro, with that being said, you got your hustle back on stride and you got something going on this Saturday, bro. Like what's going on the Blue Note? What you got what you got prepped for this weekend, man?
I'm doing I'm doing a show tonight. Sorry for the coffee. I smoke good shit, by the way. Oh man. Look, before we move on from the subject, I want to say, man, that I'm sorry and I empathize and my deepest sympathy and condolences to all the families that lost family members. And there's this, no, there's no way you can tell somebody like, I'm sorry. It's irreparable damage once someone dies. And you just gotta kind of grow from there and let them find their own healing. But if anyone wants to come to the show, man, it's free tickets. For if you show up that you're from Lahaina, tickets on me. Uh, I don't want to come off as insensitive to what's happened, right? But I also want people to know that I'm sensitive to them. Be
Yeah.
sensitive to my shit. I still went through this with my kids, and
Fuck yeah.
I thank God, bro, every second that we here, and I'm able to write this story in a funny way, or my point of view. I don't know if the word is cynical, but I think anything is funny, bro. Everything is funny to me. Eventually, if you say it the right way. So with that said, man, yeah, man, I just want people to know that I'm doing this because I need to. It's in my soul. I'm a comedian, and this is how I deal with shit.
Yep.
And that's why we're calling it Above the Ashes. And that's also I don't know if the word is moniker or my tip of the hat to my life, man. To anybody that has had a struggle, any problem, anything, bro, you gotta rise above this shit, or try at least. And this is why I'm doing this, bro, to tell people my story and have a good time. So Saturday night at the Blue Note, man, November 4th.
Hell yeah. Laughter is a great medicine too, bro. Yep.
Man, there's no. I know I'm getting all sentimental. You're like, hey, motherfucker, you're supposed to be funny. Hey, man, it's one and the same, right? Pain is laughter, man, and laughter is pain. That's why some of the funniest shit, bro, is the like terrible shit. I talk about the worst things that happened to me. Yeah, and the week of, like Monday, Tuesday, all this, I'll just be around, man, like a key filming. I got my camera guy coming on Sunday, and we'll be out there in the streets, man, just trying to promote, giving out flyers. Nice. If anybody sees this and see me in the streets, come up, take a picture, talk to me. If you're selling weed, it better be good.
No snickle fritz, bro.
Yeah, come on, man. Come on, man. How you do anything is how you do everything, man. And people see weed as a crutch, but I don't know. This shit is the best shit ever, bro. It keeps me sane.
Yep.
It's more than just smoking pounds.
Yep. Well, how can people get tickets for your show this Saturday, man? And it's gonna be at the Blue Note. What time?
So it's Saturday at the Blue Note. Doors open at 5 or 5:30. I'm telling you, I gotta figure this shit out. Show starts at 6:30 for sure. Showtime is 6:30. They can get tickets at bluenote.com. they can follow me on Instagram at Jose Raymond Comedian. They can message your ass. You
Yep.
can message and we'll get it to them, man.
Oh yeah.
Get the tickets. We're selling out, man. I've had the pleasure of having Hawaii's top comedian right now, and I say because he's selling out shit. Tamua, give me a shout out. He saw me perform on last Tuesday, and he's aware of the talent. Augie T gave me a shout out. I'm certified by the Hawaiian comedians, man.
Yep.
By all the local people to come, man. You can, I know there's some mixed feelings for me when I see bumper stickers that say grown here, not flown here. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. Because I'm telling you, bro, I love this island, man. I love everything about Hawaii. You know what I mean? I love everything, dude. Because it's a sanctuary for the shit that we've been through, for some people and for us. And I'm a traveler, man. The world has led me everywhere. Nice. I've always wanted to be accepted or connect. We all want that as humans. We want some. I mean, if you're not crazy, but come out, man. I am an LA kid. I've been living in Maui on and off since 2005. I got nephews. I got a nephew that's Hawaiian and Filipino and Mexican. I got Tongan nieces that they're Mexican and Tongan. My brother's wife is Tongan. And then, bro, just come out and have a good time. This is high quality comedy, I promise. And not just high quality, but we're up there, man. We belong in these stages. So, and everywhere I go, man, I rep Maui. And come out and show your support, man. If you don't think I'm funny, just come out and do it for the cause, We're working with the Hawaii Community Foundation. You see how I tried to remember that shit? They are working with the Maui Strong Fund, so it's a legit fundraiser. And also, I'm double dipping, trying to get this thing taped and shot so we can pitch it to Netflix or Prime.
Fuck yeah, do it, man.
And yeah, man, if anybody's thinking of coming, come, and you guys can be on camera with me and have a good time, man, for a good cause and laugh,
Oh yeah. And on a better note, I wanted to ask you, what are your goals for the future? And also, where do you see yourself in the future? And what comedians inspired you?
I just want to keep doing comedy. And that's a vague answer. But that's my plans, man. I don't know where this I've never known where comedy was gonna take. I've never had like a plan. I just kind of like jump into things and just what they say, ride the wave, man, and enjoy the journey. I know I do want to continue to work and grow as a comedian in the top stages of comedy because wolves hang out with wolves, man. Hopefully I can get into a rhythm where I could shoot another special in another year. I don't think it's about material. I think comedians, when they find their voice, you can be speaking about anything and make it funny, So, there's gonna be some other shit that happens to me. I got some more shit I want to talk about in other specials. I got some material that I'm saving for, I'm timing this shit, it's a little methodical, but as far as comedians that inspired me, man, I think as a young comedian, I would have said, my only favorite ones, like the people I think is funny. But I think all of them, man, even from the open micer that I met last night, man, I love this shit, man. I'm a purist. I love to see how they're gonna adjust or adapt. If I had to throw some names, because I know you probably want some names, Dave Chappelle, of course. I got to say Augie T, man. Augie T, bro, is very fucking funny, man. Very underrated. Very funny, dude. Like, I don't know. You heard the joke about his gay sons?
Yeah.
Yeah. He had to go check his closet or some shit. bro. All that, like that. That's so funny. Um, Tony Rock, Chris Rock, Bill Burr. Uh, I'm sure I'm gonna leave so many off the list, but Cat Williams, Kevin Hart in his earlier days.
Oh yeah.
You know, like his first two specials were
Yep. Those are
amazing. And
fire. Yep.
yeah, man, George Lopez in his like first special, maybe the second one. Um, and then after that, he kind of lost me on it, but I still give him his flowers, man. He's one of my favorites. When he, at least his material is what I prefer, the beginning material. And he
Yeah.
was talking about being poor and all that shit. Um, I'm the type of comic man that to each their own, bro. But I like a little diversity in the material. So
Yeah.
when people call me a Latino comic or a Mexican comedian, fuck that. I'm just a comedian, bro. Put me in front of any crowd, they get rocked. You know what I
Yep.
mean? Um, so there's a guys right now, Felipe Esparza, my homie Martin Rizzo. These are guys you could look up. Um, but man, yeah, the greats, man, like Paul Mooney, you know, Richard Pryor. I even listened to some of Freddie Prinze. You ever heard of Freddie Prinze?
Yeah. Yep. I have.
Yeah, yeah. So people hear Freddie Prinze Jr., right?
Yeah.
But that thing, I
I
believe that
watched
is.
the behind the dark side of comedy with Freddie Prinze. It was on Vice, man.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
right. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
Uh, what's my boy's name? Damn, I just posted some shit about him. See, it's the weed, man. Um, one-liner dude, long hair, glasses,
Oh,
slipping
Sam
my mind.
Kinison.
No, usually he died, but I think of a heroin overdose.
Oh.
He's Canadian. But my point is, man, there's so many greats to come to list, right?
Yeah.
There's so many funny comedians, man. Bernie Mac is one of my favorites. I can remember growing up. The
Yeah.
thing was in my house, bro, was you couldn't go outside because we lived in the Nickerson Garden Project, and Google it. Everybody watching this, Google it and see. It's a place, especially we were Mexican and the community is black. You stand out, bro, and it's lions in there, man. It's lions and it's violent because people are fucking poor, bro. Like, like poor. There's crackheads. There's prostitution. There's everything you can think of in there, man. And so we was always in the house watching TV. And I remember watching all the sitcoms, bro. I can name you any line from any sitcom, dude. Even Seinfeld and Frasier type shit. You know, Seven Heaven, anything. So all that I
Drew
took it
inspiration
right.
from, huh?
Yeah. Yeah, man. I grew up watching Comic View on BET, um, the Steve Harvey Show, all these funny ass comedians, and I didn't know that then it would be something that helped me now. I
Yeah.
credit that to my comedy IQ. So I think we should learn from anybody. Man. Definitely funny motherfuckers. I like funny people. Boy, funny's funny, bro.
Yeah. All right, man. Well, we've been going for a long time, and I appreciate you taking your time out and coming on and being able to talk about what happened. Where can people find you on social media and website and whatnot?
Of course, man. Instagram is what I fuck with the most. Um, but Facebook, Jose Raymond. Just Jose Raymond. If they Google me, Jose Raymond. If you Google me, you don't know who the fuck I am. No, Jose Raymond, comedian, bro. Instagram, TikTok. I just started TikTok because I was trying to get my Instagram numbers back up.
Nice.
You know how they say don't take shit for granted, right? In the last year that I was living in Hawaii, I wasn't doing too much comedy, but one of my videos hit like 3.8 million views, and some of the other longer stuff 100,000, 500,000. Nice. So my game got a lot of traction, and I should start hitting like 19,000, 20,000, and that shit got hacked. Oh. But yeah, and now that I was wanting to start comedy, I'm like, bro, that would have been so good for me to have that, right? But at the moment, I'm being a dad, man, I think it's important to, and I don't want to take too much of your time, but real quick, for anybody, you know, like any adult, any parent, your passions, bro, and this is my opinion, man, and I hope people take it well. And if not, I don't give a fuck. Your passions and your goals must include your kids, man. These motherfuckers
100%.
didn't choose to be here, you know, and drama between husband and ex-wife or baby mama and baby daddy. You gotta kill that shit for the kids, man, because they need to be who the fuck we needed when we was kids, you know? And
Yep.
they're gonna grow up and now they're gonna be like, yeah, motherfucker, your ass didn't do this, and that. And just fucking, that's why, you know, when I was not doing comedy, I was 100% a dad, you know? And
Yep.
Take time to love on these kids, man, and take care of them.
I feel you. Yep.
Yes, my dude.
And for us, it's the same Above the Bridge podcast on our social media, Instagram, our YouTube channel, and our website is atbpod.com, and my personal Instagram is daddy.hi. Well, man, November 4th, come out to the Blue Note, come get some laughs and support a great cause. And brah, just feel your energy, brah. I hope that it sells out, and brah, I'm gonna try and be there for sure, brah. It'll be cool.
Fuck that. Don't try. Come.
Let's go.
I tell my kids, bro, don't try. Do that shit.
Yep.
Fucking do that shit, man. It's a pleasure.
Sure.
Thank you for having me, dog.
Yeah, man. I hope that this when this gets out, it inspires some people, brah. And
yeah, man,
like
go for broke, man. You only got this life, bro. And,
yep.
And I thank you for spending this. How long we do it? An hour and a half?
Yeah, brah. It's cool. I'm stoked.
Thank you for spending an hour and a half of your life speaking to one another, man.
Yeah, I'm super stoked. I can't wait till this drops, bro. For real. All right, man. Well, shakas for the cameras.
Shakas, West Side. Where you from?
Kaneohe. East Side.
Was that a picture? Was that a picture? Go ahead.
Yo, picture one more time. All right, man. We're out. Shout out to the Artist Group Network. Aloha.